Today we're here just to pay my final respects, and I have to pick up some gifts for family members that I'm going to go see next week. So this is the final resting point for Ronald Wilson Reagan, one of the great leaders of the world. I would love to see the gay community take an honest and open look at what President Reagan did for our community and for the world.
But even in death, Reagan's legacy on AIDS and homosexuality bitterly divides gay Republicans.
The gay man, it's hard to forgive that he really helped create the AIDS crisis. The people who advised him, many of them said, many of them said openly, it's no secret that AIDS is God's answer to homosexuality, and they were happy to see us die.
Ronald Reagan did not give one single person AIDS. Gay men practicing unsafe sex and being promiscuous is what caused AIDS and spread AIDS, not President Reagan. And there were a lot of gay men that knowingly were spreading the disease. AIDS is on the rise again. Is it George Bush's fault? I don't think so.
President Bush has completely dismantled, because of a religious agenda, dismantled our HIV education programs. The law now says we should teach abstinence before marriage. Well, you know what? How do you teach abstinence to a gay person at the same time that you're telling him he can never be married?
Steve is a lifelong Republican, but the trials of 2004 were clearly weighing on his mind.
My mother, as this whole process has taken place and made my opinions known, says, Are you switching sides? Like it's this horrific event that could happen if I were possibly ever to become a Democrat.
On July 14th, the federal marriage amendment was debated in the Senate.
I'm a lover of traditional families and children who deserve the right to have a mother and a father.
Although it was defeated by 50 votes to 48, the Republican Party made it clear they had no intention of letting the issue drop. At Pride festivals nationwide, it was obvious the gay community wasn't giving up either.
The main issue that we're looking at this year would be gay marriage. How can you put hate into the Constitution? How can you put discrimination into the Constitution?
They're the marriage equality deck, and they're created especially for the National Gay and Lesbian Task Force. The hearts and the diamonds are pro-gay individuals, celebrities, such as Madonna here, a far better Bush, Barbara Streisand.
Are there any log cabin cards in the deck?
No. There's only a quote about the log cabin from B.D. Wong. I don't know what I am, but I'm not a log cabin Republican, that I know.
Because the gay community is so accepting of everyone, they come up and welcome us with open arms of hatred and disgust.
I've met a gay Republican before. It wasn't a pleasant experience. It's like a Jewish Nazi. Black people wanting to join the KKK.
I'll tell you why I can be a Republican. It's because I work for a living. I work very hard for a living. That's how I can afford to live here in Palm Beach. Go to work. Quit playing the misfits.
When you see gay Republicans, they're wealthy. You don't see poor gay Republicans. And I think that we need to put our selfish financial issues aside and think about the real issues.
I find all these gay prides and gay fairs and all that stuff, I find that utterly disgusting. I despise the rainbow flags. Why do I have to publicize that I'm gay? Do they have a heterosexual flag? Log cabin Palm Beach, we will not march in Gay Pride Parade. Without it sounding snobby, we just think it's beneath us.
My mother's always been a Republican. She always has, because her parents were Republican. And it's just born. You don't have a choice. It's just the way it is, But it's the correct choice to be a Republican. I think she's surprised sometimes is how conservative I have become.
I'm probably more conservative than Maurice. He thinks I'm a little more moderate, but I'm not really.
So now you know what's involved when you move here.
Yes, I moved here.
I'm convincing her to move here. She belongs in Palm Beach.
But don't these palm trees have a mystical feeling? It's just kind of like welcoming you.
They're just unbelievable.
on this curve. This is a newly built house right here. This is on the market right now. It's $38 million.
We're often accused by other log cabin chapters of, well, you're Palm Beach, you have so much money. You know what? So what if we do? We're Palm Beach. Palm Beach is all about money. That's all that's here is money. We love our money, but we do a lot with our money.
We'll go to the store and buy sheets of money. Some people use it as wrapping paper, all in, dollar bills. I mean, they make roses. You see these paper roses? Yeah, they make them out of $100 bills. And they figure like 5, 6 roses there. So one stem rose, that's going to cost you $600.
Interesting.
It's fascinating.
Oh, fabulous. Oh, God almighty, how much is this going to cost me this time? My first paycheck for a week as a hairdresser, that was my only paying job I've ever had, was $118. I remember that. For 2 weeks' worth of work. And I says, Mom, what is FICA? FICA? FICA's something you'll never see. Forget about it. So, when you see all these taxes taken out, there was a switching point right there. That's when you become a Republican, if you're smart.
I have just a mini collection here of things I've collected over the years or people have given me. My President Bush bobbleheads and 2 different dolls that talk. My favorite is the President's inspirational speaker.